Welcome to Mark Reed 757. Hey, I'm back at it again. I waited one whole month because I figured, just give it a month and see how it's going. I didn't want to do the videos too frequently. Maybe a week, every week should be done, or once a month. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm kind of testing and tweaking and seeing what's going on. Anyway, last month I weighed in at 368. And this month, I'm happy to say I'm 356. That's still a 12-pound loss. I'm very excited about that and happy, and it's going in the right direction. Granted, it's not a significant amount, but I don't want to lose too much too fast. I really don't, because that's not going to be the lasting result. And I want something that's lasting and going to work for me for the rest of my life. I did keep eating properly. I made sure I would follow my plan and then tweak it if necessary. Although I did hit a little plateau. I was kind of sticking around 367, 368, and probably 2 weeks into March, I ended up gaining weight over the weekend because I ate way too much of the healthy stuff. And it ended up being 379, or 377, somewhere around there. Anyway, it was 10 pounds over what I was. And I reevaluated, thought about what I was eating and everything. And I kind of planned on eating more. I wanted to eat over because I wanted to see if I could bounce back from that, as far as I thought maybe I wasn't feeding myself enough. I thought maybe I was being too strict with my food and not giving myself enough calories. So I figured maybe if I overloaded, I could do a little better. Well, recently I've been eating a little more healthy amount than what I was then, and I think I'm losing on a consistent basis where it's just a little bit at a time, and I'll definitely take that. Um, I ended up losing 20 pounds of the from the 10 pounds I gained, so actually I lost like 10 pounds. So as you can see, with the total month, I lost 12 pounds, which is pretty good. Well, once I started losing a decent amount, I was still exercising, going swimming every day. My swimming routine was going great, and then my chest started hurting really bad, and I was feeling out of breath, um, way more than what I should have been just from swimming, and I felt my pulse, and it was skipping beats, and it just was going all over the place. I figured I needed to go to the ER, which I did, and I guess my heart rate was 160 at rest, and they gave me some stuff to get it back into rhythm, and I guess that's called A-Fib, or arterial fibrillation. I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor. I just call it as A-Fib. Scared the crap out of me. I've been sticking to eating healthy, and I'm going to see my medical doctor tomorrow, and I still have a cardiologist appointment, and I'm going to see what all they have to say about exercise in general. But as far as what I've been doing since then, which was probably 2, 3 weeks ago that happened, I've been just walking and just taking it easy. But I make sure that I'm eating properly. I've been doing a lot of studying on nutrition in general because I figured the more I know, the better it is for me. I've been listening to a lot of different doctors. One that really caught my eye is called Dr. Mark Hyman, and he just recently wrote a book, Eat Fat to Get Thin. And it definitely intrigued me. I'm thinking, wow, I haven't really heard of eating fat to get thin before. Now granted, he's talking about the good fats, um, you know, like what's in almonds or walnuts or avocados, and you know, he even says olive oil. Um, but that doesn't mean eat all you can, all you want. But he you know, he just puts the title "Eat Fat to Get Thin" to, you know, probably catch people's attention, like he caught mine. But he does stress in the book to eat a wide variety, you know, a good balance of good carbohydrates, which is vegetables, you know, leafy greens and all kinds of vegetables and a colorful array of vegetables. And he stresses good proteins and good fats, because every food is made up of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. And as long as you're on the good side of all of them, then you can relatively believe you're going to be healthy. You know, I hear a lot of times, eat less, exercise more. That's how you lose weight. Okay, well, that's kind of tricky to do. I mean, so okay, I was eating cheeseburgers and pizza, so I'm just going to eat less cheeseburgers and pizza, and I'm going to exercise more, which I really don't feel like doing because my body's not primed to exercise, and then I'm going to lose my weight. You know, that's kind of a vague statement. I feel a better way to look at it is eat properly and move a little bit more. Like I've been taking the easy approach, where everything's just real easy, nice and easy, one thing at a time, and I go from there. Action is such a big thing. You know, in order to put something into action, in order to do something that you're thinking you want to do, you have to put it into action. If you don't put it into action, then it's never going to happen. It's just going to be a dream, just going to be a pipe dream, because it's not going to become a reality. I do visualize what I could possibly look like, but I don't, you know, focus on it all the time. I just kind of visualize it and figure, hey, that's could happen for sure, without a doubt, as long as I'm persistent and consistent. One major thing that I put into action was getting a meal plan together. Now, just because I plan for the meal doesn't necessarily mean I have to stick to just that particular meal plan all the time. No, I just make sure I'm more conscientious of what I'm picking, and I analyze everything that I'm about to eat. And you know, if I do eat out, I plan to eat out. I I kind of figure, hey, every Friday I'm going to go ahead and have either a healthy Chinese dish or maybe some other healthy type of salad, you know, that's not normal from my home cooked meals. And I do that, you know, I just started that 2, 3 weeks ago, and I think it's great because, okay, even though I'm allowing myself to kind of cheat, I'm not really cheating with bad food. I'm not eating a pizza. I'm not eating hot dogs, hamburgers, you know, all the crap that got me to where I got to. I'm eating good, healthy meals. And the best thing is I can tweak this at any time. I can, you know, say I feel like, oh, well, maybe I ate a little too much this day. Maybe I'll cut back that day. Or maybe I haven't ate enough. Maybe I better eat a little more. I can always test it and tweak it and find it. Now, I do not count calories, so I really have no clue how many calories I'm eating. And that's not because I can't read a package. It's because I buy in bulk packages and I kind of cut them down, and you know, I put multiple things in a dish, so I have no clue what the exact amount of calories is. So I have a rough estimate. You know, I probably eat anywhere from 2,000 to 1,500 to 3,000 calories in a day, but I don't know the exact figure. I just have rough estimates. But I'm not going to try to get the exact figure. I figure that's kind of a waste of time. You know, if the scale says I haven't lost anything in 2, 3 weeks, then obviously I'm eating too much. Then I can cut back a little. Or if I'm losing too fast, you know, because I don't want to do that. I only want to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week, and even at 12 pounds, that was a little too much. Um, the other part of action is getting an exercise plan together. You know, because a lot of times people say, "Well, I don't have time to exercise. I don't. I gotta go to my house and do this, or I gotta go do that." And a lot of times, what they're doing is they're just relaxing. If you have any time to relax, and you got time to exercise, heck, put the TV on and get up and walk in place. You know, that's something. You know, I'm not asking you to do 100 push-ups or anything and 3,000 squats. Just get up and maybe even if you go for a minute, you know, jog in place, walk in place, dance, you know, anything just for 5, 10 minutes, you know, 20 minutes. Maybe you can work yourself up to a half hour. I don't know. That's pretty much what my plan's been. Say it's a real crappy day out and I don't get to walk. Well, I'll just dance around, or maybe I'll just walk around the house, and I'm I'm constantly trying to improve myself, and I figure every little thing I do is getting me that much closer to where I want to be. Anyway, I'm getting a little long-winded here, and I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you got something out of it. I look forward to the next video, either a month from now, 2 weeks, 1 week. I'm not sure. I know no more than a month, guaranteed. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend.